When we open a history book, the story is usually told through the lens of singular geniuses. We're taught that sprawling empires and towering architectural wonders were built by the sheer will of kings, emperors, and generals. But there is a glaring physical gap in this version of events. Did the monarchs haul the stones themselves? Did the conquerors forage for their own rations in the mud? Eugene Bertolt Brecht noticed this gap. As one of the 20th century's most influential playwrights, Brecht pioneered what is called dialectical theater, a medium designed to break the fourth wall and make audiences actively question the reality presented to them. He turned this exact method toward the historical timeline in his poem Questions from a Worker Who Reads. By applying basic logic to historical records, he searched for the invisible laborers absent from the text. Asking how these feats were physically performed forces us to look past the individual names and begin a logistical audit of what these achievements actually required. Take the ancient world. Records provide the names of the kings who ruled seven-gated Thebes, but they omit the people who carved these massive columns. Rome is famously filled with grand monuments, yet who physically chiseled the masonry and raised these triumphal arches? The texts tell us who the Caesars conquered, but rarely who built the stage for their victories. In Lima, a city resplendent with gold, the architecture is striking, but where did the unseen stonemasons actually sleep? Consider the scale of global logistics. Where did the massive workforce disappear to the night the Great Wall of China was finally completed? The massive physical footprint of these monuments is hard evidence. They stand as proof of a highly coordinated, entirely uncredited working class. This erasure extends to the battlefield. Historical records consistently attribute the violent, exhausting labor of thousands of soldiers to the strategic brilliance of singular leaders. The textbook states that young Alexander conquered India. Did he do it entirely alone? We read that Julius Caesar defeated the Gauls. Was he not accompanied by even a single cook along the way? When the Spanish Armada sank, history recorded that King Philip wept. But who else cried that day? The grief of the thousands of sailors who actually drowned went entirely unrecorded. Even in mythology, this dynamic persists. In the legend of Atlantis, as the sea swallowed the city, the drowning elite called out for their slaves. Our historical records suffer from a massive empathy gap. They meticulously preserve the emotions of the elite while rendering the masses who actually pay the ultimate price invisible. Brecht uncovered a distinct pattern. Every decade yields a great historical figure, and every page of history details a glorious victory. But this leaves us with two overarching economic questions that tie all of human history together. Who actually cooked the feast of triumph, and who paid the expenses? This diagram illustrates dialectical thinking, visualizing the mechanics of power. A single symbol of authority requires a massive, hidden base of labor to elevate it. Applying this framework today reveals a persistent pattern. Invisible labor still supports the credited leaders behind modern industry. You can permanently adopt the active mindset of Brecht's reading worker. The next time you encounter a story of individual greatness, confront it with three simple words. Who else contributed?